So, the number one story that we always talk about on the show is government funding fights. This is the worst. This is the worst. I hate this shit.
Oh, I thought it was the best. My bad.
No, shut up. I actually think it's like so annoying. I almost want to. I almost want to always vote for the party in power, so we don't have to deal with this stupid bullshit every year. You know?
Yeah.
I would never do that. But I'm just saying, this is so annoying.
Yeah.
We think that, you hear the headlines. Deal came to an agreement. Mike Johnson gets Democrats to support this continuing resolution to fund the government. Well, that's only for 75 days, guys. That only takes us to February or mid-January for half of it. Mm-hmm. There is still going to be a government shutdown in those 75 days if Congress cannot get their act together and make a compromise to fund the government until September 2024, which should have already been done by now.
Yes.
I think it's crazy that they wait until such the last minute to start doing this shit. What are they doing for the rest of the year?
I know. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Especially when you think about a divided House, right? It's not like the House of Representatives are voting on things that are actually going to become law by going through the Senate.
No.
Right? It's all protest votes.
Yeah.
None of these hardcore Republican bills that pass the House are going to get signed by the Senate or the president.
Yeah.
Like, they're basically doing nothing all day. And you can't just come to an agreement. You have to wait until like the day of.
It's crazy.
Dude, it pisses me off to no end.
Yeah.
And another thing is, so much of these guys' time is spent raising money. They're just on the phone all day doing 4 hours of phone calls trying to raise money.
Yeah.
That's a whole other topic, but it just shows like they do so little.
They do so little. Yeah.
So little. So here we go. Mike Johnson says the bipartisan compromise will keep the government open for 75 days. And the reason he wanted to do this was because it will buy the time for Republicans to unite behind the scenes. Have you heard that story before?
Oh, yeah. I've heard that story before. And it was total bullshit then, and it's total bullshit now.
It's just bullshit, dude. He's lying. They're never going to unite. They have no plans to unite.
No.
They're screwed. All right. Scott Perry, the leader of the Freedom Caucus, has said that they will pass a partisan bill to cut government spending. And if government shuts down, it won't be on Republicans, but it'll be on the Democrats in the Senate who refuse to take it up, or Biden who refused to sign it. So what are we doing here? Are we about to go past an 8% cut that we already did however many months ago, how many ever weeks ago under McCarthy, and then Matt Gaetz and the hardcore Freedom Caucus shot it down because it was still too much money anyway?
Yeah.
Like, is that what we're doing again?
Probably.
I don't imagine the Republicans have any desire to actually form a governing strategy here that will unite the Senate in any meaningful way with the Republicans.
No, definitely not. I just wonder, how far can they go with the really vulnerable Republicans in Biden won districts to still be on board with it?
Well, that's exactly where this goes here, right? So we have House Freedom Caucus member Chip Roy. And he said he's getting so frustrated. He's so mad that the continuing resolution happened. He's not very happy with the 8% cut that's being floated and suggested. He says Republican voters, this is not why Republican voters sent Republicans to Washington. Matt Gaetz is also not happy with it. So you're already getting 2 out of the 4 that you're able to lose to even fund the government, right? So it's already useless. House Republicans are kind of looking at a top line number of $1.41 trillion, and they're suggesting that will meet the demands of the hard right flank. Now, the Senate is also working on a bill that is $1.59 trillion, and this is in line with the agreement Kevin McCarthy made with Joe Biden so many months ago, where we raised the debt ceiling. So this 1.59 trillion number is being worked on by Democrats and Republicans in the Senate in the Appropriations Committee. The 12 appropriations bills that the Senate are currently marking up are basically exactly the $1.59 trillion that McCarthy and Biden agreed to in the Fiscal Responsibilities Act, and it's Republicans in the House that are refusing to go along with it. Mm-hmm. So it's just, we talked about this all the time. The Republicans in the House are children. Yeah. The Republicans in the Senate are probably pulling their goddamn hair out that they have to be associated with them, because they cannot stand the inconsistencies and the incompatibilities of the Republicans' philosophy to govern.
Yeah. Absolutely. They're just frustrated, and they're probably frustrated about what it's doing to the party, right? Because it just makes them look like clowns.
It makes them look like clowns. And look, I don't know if the Republican clown show in the House led to the Republican defeats in the election of 2023, right? Yeah. When we look at Kentucky, we look at the super close race in Mississippi, which actually recently went down to a 3.7% difference.
Really?
It got even closer. So, yeah, the Democrat only lost in Mississippi by 3.7%, which is insane how close he got.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he flipped counties that haven't gone Democrat for like 40 years.
Yeah, that's wild.
It really was. It was something. But that's because Tate Reeves is such an
idiot.
An idiot.
But not enough of an idiot.
But not enough of an idiot.
Yeah.
Right. But, Republicans got trounced not trounced in Virginia, but they got defeated in Virginia. They got trounced in Ohio. They got trounced in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
They got trounced in Kentucky. So they got trounced in New Jersey. Is it because the Republicans can't govern on the federal stage? Probably.
Maybe.
So now I think like this is just another scenario where Senate Republicans are thinking like, oh my God, here we go again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same story, different people, but it's just ridiculous. Mike Johnson, the only new character, is just unbelievable.
Yeah. We'll see how long he lasts.